rejected in Brooklyn. There are questions about mass mail-out voting, and I know you don't want to hear them, which is why you talk. Yeah, the president, I asked him about that this morning, and he said it is absolutely absurd what is happening to the McCloskeys.
Look at these fucking eyelashes.
He noted that this is an
Who
extreme
does that?
abuse of power by the prosecutor, and noteworthy that the prosecutor, there have been many cases brought to her attention of violent rioters that she's failed to charge, but instead she's charging the individuals who are defending themselves from violent protesters.
Look at them.
300 to 500
Look at them. What is
protesters
that?
who stormed the gates, tore down the gates, and trespassed on their property. And you have Patricia McCloskey, who said that they were telling her they were going to kill them, these protesters. Attorney General has rejected in Brooklyn. There are questions about mass mail-out voting, and I know you don't want to hear them, which is pay postage for the ballots. And what that meant was that the post office didn't put a postage stamp noting the date of the ballot. So as they're collecting these ballots for a month, as you asked me about this, so I'm going to answer.
We're in a 3-mile radius in my district. Life expectancy drops by 30 years. That has everything to do with unequal access to health care and also the comorbidities of structural racism. And it's unfortunate that it took such a tragic and devastating loss of life for people to understand that we need Medicare for all. Since the start of this crisis, more than 5.4 million people across our country have lost access to health insurance. No one should have to die.
I swear to God, within the year, people will be put in jail for making jokes.
Healthcare system is tied to our job, and then you lose your job, and then you have no health. It doesn't make sense to me. So I've been won over to the M4A, the Medicare for All, side. As you talk to people who had been skeptics, who actually have
that picture that I tweeted, if you just it shows that just the fact that John Lewis was an original architect of the Black Lives Matter movement. This is just another iteration and evolution of that. And so I do believe we're at a new moment of racial reckoning, a national reckoning on racial justice. This is a multi-generational, multiracial, sustainable movement. And what we're seeing is a culture shift, and now I believe we're ushering in a paradigm and power shift that will be codified in our laws and also in our budget. It is in our budgets. It has completely shifted the national discourse and conversation.
and I think that's very important to talk about budget, because, whenever people ask me, why do people say defund the police? I always say it's about the budgets of black mayors, right? That if you give a black mayor more money out of the budget and less is going to police, they can invest in the community. And that's what it's about. It's about shifting, priorities through the budget. And that's important. But on the matter of budgets, these protests aren't about healthcare specifically. But healthcare, you tweeted something about healthcare that I had to retweet you with comment because it moved me. You tweeted, explain to me how you could live through the COVID-19 crisis and not support Medicare for all. There's no doubt that in just any just and decent society,